Good morning. Welcome to day 22 of the Sensual Abundance program. I don't want to call it a challenge, but it is challenging. Good morning. Welcome. I know a couple of you are going to come on in. I did tell my crew, the folks in the Facebook group, I told them I would be live at 10 a.m. As you can see, I did not prep myself after coming back from yoga this morning. So I said, let me just pop on because I said I would pop on. So if you do not know who I am, my name is Devi Maisha, and I am the Sensual Energy Alchemist. I am a master life coach, a sacred sexuality teacher, and my business, Sensual Energy Alchemy, LLC, reconnects Black women to their freedom, their sovereignty, and their power through their sensuality and their pleasure. Good morning. We had a great session last night. The participants of the Sensual Abundance, those who signed up early, you can participate, right here on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook. You can still participate, and Instagram. If you just go to my YouTube channel, go ahead and give me a subscribe, please. Go to my YouTube channel. You'll find all of the videos in a playlist, Sensual Abundance 2023. You can start at day 1. There's a Q&A that explains all the things. So you can always start when you're ready. Good morning, Sensual Sweet Coaching. My body, I have not done vinyasa yoga since I was in my early 30s, I think. And so I was not prepared. So my body hurts, but I feel good. All right, so we are on day 22. And due to some of the great shares last night, I knew what I was going to talk about today, and I know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about your gifts. And this goes along so well with the theme of this being like the woo-woo week, right? And I want to get into like candles and crystals and how you can use cinnamon and gods and goddesses and sage and all of that stuff. Like we're doing all that for these 10 statements. So if you're one of those folks, this is the 10 days where we're going to get into like all the magical ways to have abundance or money show up in your life, right? But today's statement 2, we're doing statement 2 again. This is our third time doing statement 2. I don't lost track. This is the third time doing statement 2. Man, we only have to do statement 2 one more time. All right, statement 2. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Parish. That is official Sexy Spirit TV. Please check her out. She has especially for the men, she does manifestation rituals with men that are amazing. I met her at a sacred sexuality retreat. So if you're one of the men's, she'll help get you right. Okay. Good morning. All right. So statement 2. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. And this, y'all, when I think about how this has been unfolding, at least on my end of things, my mind is blown. And it's just a little thing like this. Someone gave their story last night in the group, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about tomorrow. I didn't necessarily remember the statement or what the statement said. This is what we're talking about tomorrow. Who do I need to be in order to receive abundance? It felt like this was the thing to talk about today. And even when I was typing it in and I was like, should I do gifts today? Maybe I want to do gifts. I was like, nah. Today is the day to talk about who you need to be. As we read this statement, the I am is right here in statement 2. And it meshes so well with what's happening. People think that this is just like magical woo-woo, and it is, but I like to take, because I'm a Virgo, and because I was raised by a very logical Taurus father who introduced me to the esoteric ways, but also with logic. while I love the ethereal whatevers, I also like to bring it into, okay, well, how does that translate into actual like science or ways that things happen, which is why I like following folks like Dr. Joe Dispenza, because he kind of brings it into the logical mind so you can understand it and get it. So when I look at this though, and it's the alignment of it to me is sometimes like, whoa, that's just me. It's like, whoa, let's talk about who you need to be with a statement that starts with the I am, the divine I am. So let's see how that ties together for those of you who are like, huh? I am, two of the most powerful words that can ever come out of your mouth. I am. I am alive. I am filling your blank. I am Maisha. I am wealthy. I am abundantly graced with love. I am sick. I am tired. I am poor. I am broke. I am cancel all that because I'm not speaking for myself. I am says so much about who you think you are, who you think you are, and the perceptions that have been given to you that you then spit back out with these words, I am. Statement 2 says, I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. Well, if the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all your good, then what always needs to come after the end of your I am statements? Which means now, if you're saying I am wealthy and I am abundant, who then do you need to be in order for those I am statements to be brought into the physical realm? You have declared it. You have declared it. I am well. I am whole. I am loved. Who do you now need to be on a daily basis? And this is where people get tripped up with affirmations, because people think if I create this affirmation, I am a millionaire, and they say it over and over again, and then it's like 6 months later they're still like, this doesn't work, and still don't have a lot of money. Well, first of all, we talked about the body in the second set of 10 statements, right? If your body's not in it, if your body can't receive the I am, it's not happening. You're lying to yourself. It's like me saying, I am 5'7". I am not. Haven't been 5'7" since I was 11 years old. It has to match. So if you're saying I am something, who do you now need to be on a daily basis in order for that I am to come into the present moment? So yes, you can feel it as a vibration when it is spoken out of your mouth. So I use myself as a teaching tool, and we were having some of this conversation last night, and we've had some of this conversation with Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. I was someone who really just liked to go with the flow. Oh, and when you ask me who I was, I am a free spirit. I am a free spirit. I loved the line in Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants type of gal. I'm just like, wee! No structure, no nothing. You can't hold me down. Don't even try to pull a collar on me. I mean, under certain circumstances, for sure. But hey, LinkedIn, how y'all doing this morning? Too spicy for you? Grab your coffee. Let's go. I'm just out here in the world. And my life reflected that. It looked like chaos. It looked like chaos. I am a free spirit. When I said to myself, I am a CEO of a company, that had a very different feeling to it. I am the CEO of Sensual Energy Alchemy, LLC. I am the chief executive officer of this company. What does that look like? What does a CEO do on a daily basis? Not just what everybody else thinks a CEO does, right? But my interpretation, my version of a CEO. What does that look like? Does it look like I'm going to always just get up whenever I want to? First of all, I haven't even built a team yet to handle the things that need to be handled. Does it look like I'll get back to the emails, but first, a trip to the beach? Does it look like I would leave people hanging like that because, I'm in my feminine? I'm in my free spirit? Is that what that looks like? Or does it look like I start to create time to connect with others? Like for real, for real. Does it look like I respond to people in a timely manner? Does it look like, for me, I decide that I want to get up early? I don't got to get up at 4 a.m. You don't got to get up at 4 a.m. You don't got to get up at 3. You don't have to get up at 5. I know everybody out there, you got to get up. You can get up at 6. It doesn't matter to me. But when am I getting up in the morning? And what does now that look like for me to get me in my CEO mindset so I can build this company? Because it is my day-to-day actions that will create the wealth that I want to generate. Or I could keep just doing my candle magic spells and get chunks of money here, which I do, and chunks of money there, which I do, and it not be consistent. I could do that. But that's a little bit chaotic for me, and I don't like that anymore. When you say you want wealth, we talked about your financial vision. We talked about your wants and desires. You've got an idea in your mind now. This is not all you're not pulling from the air. You have an idea in your mind of what that looks like. We went through a meditation. Now you know what it feels like, it smells like, it tastes like. You got it in you. But who do you need to be in order for that to be brought into the physical realm? Because it's waiting for you. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can smell it, it's waiting for you. But you might have to shift your idea of who you think you are, of what comes after your I am. So as much as I loved to think about myself as a free spirit, I am free spirited, and I am structured. And I don't like the word discipline, but I love the word devotion. I am devoted. I am devoted to my business. I am devoted to my health. I am devoted to the women and the men that I serve. I'm going to read you all what's in front of me. I sent it to the everyone that's in the Facebook group. And I look at these two things every day, so I'm going to read them again because actually they both work for today. So this is the I ams that I have. I did not write these. I found them on Facebook somewhere. I don't even remember, but I printed them out. I am as terrifyingly powerful as I secretly suspect myself of being, and even more. I am not afraid to eat the entire forbidden fruit of all my desires. Uncomfortable feelings and situations do not scare me because the unknown is nothing compared to the terror of inertia, stagnancy, and wasted potential. My failures only break me down into something even greater. I am not afraid of hard work. I am not afraid of discipline. I am not afraid of rest. I am not afraid of stillness. I am not afraid of pleasure. I am not afraid of love beyond my wildest dreams. I am not afraid of you. I am not afraid of me. And the other one is devotion is presence, even in difficulty. It's like hot tea poured slowly from a clay pot. Devotion is swimming in the ocean alone at sunset. Devotion is gently stretching the body limb by limb. Devotion is spending all afternoon making soup, dancing until you sweat. Devotion is all the tears you need to shed. Devotion is felt all the way down into the bones. Devotion is doing things differently, even when you're scared. Devotion is the courage to see your own beauty no matter what. What do you need to be devoted to in order to create this life that you see, that you feel is yours, is supposed to be yours in your mind? What do you need to let go of so you can be devoted to these things? This is where we sometimes get stuck, because it might be making shifts and changes in your life that you don't want to make because they make you uncomfortable. But uncomfortable feelings and situations do not scare me, because the unknown is nothing compared to the terror of inertia, stagnancy, and wasted potential. When you think of your I am, it's a beautiful thing to say these things, to say the I am statements in a way that helps us feel better. I do think that that's sometimes important. When you have felt less than, when people in your life have told you you are less than, when they've told you you are nothing, when you have been called names, when you have been put down, especially by those who claim to love you most. It is important to say the I am statements of, you is kind, you is smart, you is beautiful. That's important. But what's more important after that statement is, now what do I do? I am kind, I am smart, I am beautiful, I am resilient, I am passionate, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am whole, I am ... How are you living every day that makes that I am an actual reality? How are you moving beyond saying words that make you feel good in the moment? Because if I am special, and everybody is, right? There's only one you on this planet, but some of us don't think we're unique or special because somebody done told us that we ain't shit. So we don't think we're anything. So if part of my work is saying I am special because I need that, well, what does special me look like? What does special me live like? What does special me eat? I want y'all to take it down. This is going to be your assignment. I want y'all to take it all the way down to the nitty gritty. Okay, I am wealthy. Okay, well, what is wealthy you wearing? And that doesn't mean you need to go out and buy a whole bunch of clothes, but when you look at the clothes you got, what goes together that makes you look and feel like wealth? I am wealthy. Okay, well, what is wealthy you eat? Is wealthy you chomping down on Lay's potato chips? Does wealthy you need energy to get through the day? Is wealthy you making different choices about how you spend your time, whether or not you're scrolling or not? Is wealthy you signing up for a $9.99 class at Udemy or Udemy or however it's pronounced, to hone a skill? If you're saying I am wealthy, but you're just scrolling through Instagram memes and videos that make you feel good about wanting to be wealthy, going, yeah, I see that. That's why I believe in yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Where's your wealth coming from? What are you doing? How are you being? Is that what you think wealth does? Is that how wealth moves? I am abundantly loved. What does that look like? What does it feel like? What does this taste like? What does it smell like? I want you to get it in your body and in your senses. Does this make sense? Because if you're saying I am, that's great. But now what? Are you living the truth of that? Or are you just making yourself feel like a really great motivational speaker? You're just taking it in like, yeah. Like people who go to church on Sunday and they get really excited, and then Monday morning they're gossiping about somebody. It's like, weren't you think you just hear the word? I want you to take this in, because many of you are doing this because you'd like to bring more money into your life. Money is a responsibility. The energetics of wealth carry with it responsibility. On some level, on many different levels, it just does. And if that's what you're saying you desire, then you're going to have to, well, this is what I said to myself: grow up, Maisha, and be responsible. It means showing up because you said you would, to do the thing, even if you're afraid to do it. Are y'all getting this? Because if you're going to say, I lift my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. And statement 1 says that this all providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me. Well, then the work is coming from you. Because, abundance isn't, it's not just about you sitting and waiting and hoping and wishing and praying. There is work that has to be put in. Shadow work, inner child work, financial budgeting work, looking at your bank statements work, cutting off your friends work if they're not on board with you, not talking to those toxic family members work if they keep bringing you down, telling you all the reasons why what you're doing will not work, wanting to warn you so that you're not disappointed. They don't want you to fly high because they don't want you to fall. So stay down here with the rest of us. They love you, but they don't see where you need to go. Health, work. Are you getting up? Are you moving? Are you talking about it? And sometimes we need to put ourselves in positions where we're kind of like have to do it, like I did by signing up for Pilates and yoga. Now I pay for these classes, except for when I know I'm just truly drained. I got to get up and go. The classes are on my schedule. I've sent them the money. I must go. Otherwise, I might lay in my bed because it's comfortable. You're going to need to be uncomfortable. The woman I am becoming, I love, and it is uncomfortable compared to who I am accustomed to being. Because I am the CEO of Sensual Energy Alchemy, LLC. And that requires me to be a different woman. Your assignment is to write out your I am statements. Write 3 to 5 of them in the affirmative. Don't go crazy with it. I don't want to hear I am a millionaire. Seriously. If you're in the Sensual Abundance group, you can write your statements in there. You can feel free to DM me your statements. I'm always interested in connecting and seeing what's happening. Because when you write out your I am statement, you're also going to write out I am wealthy. I like to go like that because I don't yet know how much money, and I don't want to put a cap on it yet. I don't want to. Okay, what does it look like to be wealthy for you? What does it feel like, taste like, smell like, sound like? So I'll give you an example from me, because I know sometimes doing this with your senses is like, what do you mean? What does it sound like? We all have sounds or tastes or smells that when we hear them put us in a certain kind of mood, not just sensual, but really just like bring up our vibration. So if I say I am wealthy, to me, that looks like dining at a 5-star restaurant with a medium well steak and these whipped mashed potatoes. I can taste it in my mouth with this grass-fed butter and the steamed broccoli with this glass of red wine that's not too dry. It was a little on the sweet side, but not really too sweet. This is this glass of red wine. That happens to be one of my favorite meals that I eat when I go out because it makes me feel wealthy. Why? Don't know. Don't care. You don't need justification for it. It's like chocolate cake to me that has the lava in the center and a scoop of vanilla ice cream on the side. For me, I connect a lot with food. You might connect with something else. To me, it smells like lavender and rose, and it's like roses that are blooming in different colors. It's like a bath with rose petals in it and milk, right? Like the Cleopatra bath. It feels like silk and satin. It looks like the colors gold and green and orange. It sounds like jazz on a rainy Sunday, real specific with it. And a cup of homemade hot chocolate with this whipped cream. All of that is what wealth feels like to me. I can see it, I'm in it, I can smell it, I can feel all of it while I sit here in a freaking sweatshirt in my room with my laundry to the side, which I'm so glad y'all can't see because I need to put it away. But I can feel all of it like I'm in it. And sometimes, because wealth also feels to me like sparkling water, it does. Again, you don't need to you don't need to justify why something makes you feel a way. So sparkling water makes me feel wealthy. Whenever I go out to eat, if you've gone out to eat with me, I always ask for sparkling water. I will pay the extra. I don't want your tap. I want sparkling water. So much so that I have a soda stream in my home because sparkling water makes me feel wealthy. Maybe I associate it with the people I've seen somewhere who have wealth. That might be it. Don't care. Know that it works for me. And when I drink it and feel that crispiness and the bubbles in my mouth, wow. Put a slice of lemon or lime in it. I'm making multiple six figures. Okay. I just don't see it yet. What works for you? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to write out your I am statements. And I want you to go through all of that and all of that was true for me, y'all. That is my thought process when I'm doing something. I'm thinking about how I am wealthy. What does that look like? What does it feel like? When I'm shopping for food, what is wealthy me purchasing? Is it in my budget? Can I find a substitute? If it's not in my budget, what's the substitute? That makes me feel like I got the thing I wanted to get. That's what I want you to do with this, because we want to get into the vibration of your abundance. And in order to do that, you got to live in it. And that is why it's so important. I'm going to read statement 10 real quick, just a part of it. I keep my mind and thoughts off of this world, and I place my entire focus on God or goddess or the creator or source energy, whatever, within as the only cause of my prosperity. I keep my mind and thoughts off this world. If you're going through your day only thinking about how little you have in your bank account, you cannot live in your vibration of wealth. You cannot live in a vibration of abundance because you're too busy living in a vibration of lack. That's all you're going to see. I talked about the reticular activating system, the first 10 statements in the reticular activating system, how it catalogs things in our minds as a part of the mechanism that helps to keep us safe. So the easiest way to explain that for those of you who may just be coming in is you can be walking down the street and cars go by every day and you don't notice, you're not paying attention, you see cars. You purchase a Tesla, a yellow car, punch buggy, purchase a Honda. Your mind will now see that car everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. It has been cataloged in your mind. You don't have to look for it. You just see it. And all of you have been in that situation where something was in your presence and now everywhere you go, like everywhere I go, now I see this thing. Oh, that's so funny. Nope, that's how your brain works. So if that's how your brain works, imagine if all you see is lack and scarcity everywhere you go. Your men, your money, your time, everything all of a sudden seems like there's not enough of it. But if you flip to abundance, as many who are talking about, who have been going through this, we talked about it last night, they're posting in a Facebook group. It's not that they're seeing a lot of money, but daggone it, they're noticing in all these other areas of their life, all of this abundance that's happening that they didn't see before. And now they're like, wow, look at how I'm living. Look at what's available to me. The money is simply the tangible physical result of that feeling. I hope that makes sense to you. The money is the outcome of that feeling of walking in abundance. Okay? So I'm going to read the statement again, tell you about your greetings, tell you about your assignment again, and then we're going to call it a day because I need to get some food. I'm not, my body hurts. I'm not going to lie. We're on day 22, statement 2, for the third time. We're cruising. All right. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am, in capital letters, I am is in capital letters, is the source and substance of all my good. I'm going to read it one more time. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand, and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. So for your journal prompt for today, again, you're going to write down 3 to 5 I am statements in the affirmative. Right? I am intelligent. I am beautiful. But I need you to believe it. I don't want it to be some mythical thing that you wish was true. You understand what I'm saying? Again, like me saying I am 5'7". I want you to write out the I am statements, feel them in your body. We've gone over how to feel these things in your body, breathing, the breath work that we did. Breathe, take like 3 to 5 deep breaths before you even write your statements. Get grounded, get clear. Don't, it's not a real word, logicalize, I don't think, but don't make the statements logical, but don't go into fantasy either. Write your 3 to 5 I am statements, and under each one, all 5 senses: look, feel, sound, smell, taste. What is all of that in your body? Because it is your body walking around that's going to experience this. Your body walking around is going to experience this. I am loved. I am wealthy. Okay? So we have to include the body. It's not just a mental thing. All right. That's what's happening. If you are in the Sensual Abundance Facebook group, you can type your stuff in there. If you would like to share, I love to hear it. I told y'all can leave videos in there too. That would be amazing. Couple of very quick announcements here. If you head over to my link there, you have the opportunity to set up one-on-one calls with me. There is a complimentary option. You can start your intro to pleasure call with me. That's complimentary. It's about 45 minutes. I say block off an hour. But you can do that call with me. Go ahead and use the link there, lnk.bio / sensual energy alchemy. It's also the link that's in all of my social media accounts as well. Latin Mommy, you can join as far as me being on here. Yes, you can join in every single day, and I have the videos up on YouTube. The videos are all up on YouTube, so you can, just start watching them and join in that way. Absolutely. And I'm here live. Every day. So you have joined. Don't worry if you're not in the Facebook group. You have joined. You're here. So click that link to set up a free call with me. If you're ready to go deeper, you have the opportunity to set up your pleasure mapping call, which is, I say, block off 90 minutes for that. That's when we're going to dive a little bit deeper, and we're really going to map out what pleasure looks like for you. We're gonna find some true solutions for things that may be happening in your sensual expression, in your authentic expression, and in your sex life too. Because that's all important. That's my jam. So you can use that link to sign up for those 2 calls, and don't forget to get on my mailing list, y'all. just because you never know when all of this is going to go away. I send out emails. I don't send out a whole lot, so don't worry. You're not going to get something from me every single day, most of the time. But go ahead and sign up for my email list and subscribe to my YouTube channel while you are there. We've got Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits, our retreat, our brunch is coming up May 5th. That's a Sunday in the New York City area. Would love to see you there. So if you could go sign up at Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits, join our mailing list so that you'll know when we're going to be in the New York City area. That is me and 4 other beautiful Black women. And we have conversations that have you think, that inspire you, full of laughter, full of tears. Our brunches have always sold out. We welcome the men at our brunches as well. We've had the men come, and it's always a beautiful experience to hear from them. Even though our conversation is geared towards women, we love when the men show up too. So get on our mailing list, blackcoffeehoneyandgrits.com. Go check us out on Instagram and YouTube, where we have our podcast. So you'll get to see us and hear our conversations and get to know each of us, because we talk about more than we probably should on there. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't go back and rewatch because I don't want to know what I said. And then last, we have Black Tantra Group. We are doing our Sacred Sexuality Retreat, April 25th through the 28th. This retreat is called Quantum Sexuality. We are going above and beyond what we have done before. And I always forget, so I'm just going to go to the website and let you know. You'll have 4 teachers, myself, Riziki, Ricardo, and Everett. So that's 4 teachers, and we're each teaching different ways, different modalities. And so this is a shamanic tantra retreat. We're going to go over the science of sacred union for couples. So couples and singles are welcome at this retreat. Wealth frequency, male anatomy cultivation practices, female anatomy cultivation practices, erotic shadow work, art of sex magic, breath work, meditation, energetic foreplay, elemental and tantric qigong practices, and men's and women's circles for us to each dive deeper separately. Again, singles and couples are welcome. Singles can stay at the house. We have limited spaces. Couples and singles who we don't have any more space at the house, there's an overflow hotel nearby. Couples, we thought the hotel would be a good idea for you, just so you can practice on your own and not have to worry about everybody else in the house here and what may be going on. But the deposit until January 15th, you can get 10% off of your deposit using the code BTG. That's BTG, like Black Tantra Group. BTG 2024, you can get 10% off your deposit. The deposit for singles is, if you want to stay on site in the house, we do have some beds left, is $350. So get on that so you can be in the house. That would be cool. And the deposit for couples is $500, and you get 10% off of that, or you can just go ahead and pay in full. How about that? And get 10% off. So that's what's happening. Those are the announcements. Thank you, Miss Val. I'm so glad you were here. Latin Mommy, I'm live everywhere. My Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. So I'm here live pretty much every day around 9-ish. I just did 10 a.m. because I had to go to yoga this morning. But normally it's around 9 every morning. And you can watch all of the replays on my YouTube channel, because you really want to start at day 1. But you're more than welcome to come and start watching from here. But we started with day 1 with the statements. But of course, feel free to just tap in now anyway. Just come on and tap in. Yes, absolutely. I know some of you are following along that didn't sign up. I'm like, come on, bring it. The more we all feel abundant, the less strife there is in the world. A lot of what's happening in the world comes from people feeling like there's not enough of something. There's not enough resources. There's hoarding happening. And I'm not suggesting that there aren't people who are hoarding, for sure. But we can shift the energetic of that by tapping into our own abundance and then allowing that to spread out to others. We can shift it. We don't have to fight the hoarders. More will naturally come to us anyway if we shift and if we trust that it will shift. Okay? Beautiful. Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you showing up for yourselves this morning. I will be back here. Hold on. I got to look at my schedule almost every day now that my offices are open. I will be back tomorrow at 9-ish, like somewhere between 9 and 9, 05-ish, right? Please don't be a time like stickler. Okay. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Yes, enjoy. All right, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.